Let's have a look at the swing of 2025 US Open champion JJ Spaun. Hit two of the greatest drives on the 71st and 72nd holes at Oakmont you could ever wish to hit. Let's see what I think most people could learn from JJ's swing to help them drive the ball better. Of course, he has a nice grip, a nice balance, and that's almost taken for granted when we're looking at people who play on the PGA Tour these days. But if I draw a line through the shaft of his club and I take him to the top, his lead arm, his left arm, is very, very close to being parallel to that original shaft angle. There's no lifting to speak of going on there. There's a little bit, but there's not much. Now, notice, if you would please, how his right forearm is pointing somewhat down at the ground. He hasn't lifted his arms especially away from the body. He's not Scotty Scheffler high with his hands. Beautiful position at the top. You might want to try and do that. It might feel a bit like a baseball swing. Coming on down, well, it comes down beautifully. And you can see that line is just about, again, parallel to the line that we had. In fact, if I just quickly come back and put three lines in here, you'll see how symmetrical this swing is. We've got one for his shaft angle. We've got one for his lead arm as he finishes his backswing. We've got one for where his shaft is in the middle of the downswing. Look how symmetrical, how close to exactly the same angle those lines are. Very important for driving the ball well. A bit of horizontal swinging would probably help you with that. Interesting to me as well, as a very straight hitter of the ball. Club covers his hands, in he comes. But look how that exit is a fairly low point. He's not swinging down the line. He's not lifting the hand. So from this side, JJ Spaun is keeping his arms relatively connected to his body. There is some lift, but there's not a lot of lift. Now, from the other side, I think there's something fascinating about his swing that we could all learn from. Yes, the grip's good. Yes, the stance is good. Yes, he takes it back nicely. Yes, he turns and has good wrist coach. But this is very, very interesting. As he starts down, he's pulling very hard on that handle. Now, a lot of people would find it difficult to square the club face up from there. Some would say that's not very good. I would say he's got a US Open Championship trophy. That's what I would say. But what I find interesting from here is how he literally, from here, what a big angle he's got there between the lead arm and the shaft. And then how his lead arm starts slowing down, his club head starts speeding up, and he is literally hammering the ball. It's just an impression that I have, and I'm going to put what might be the head of a nail just in the back of that ball. As I watch JJ Spaun hit the driver, it looks to me like he is hammering a nail right in the back of the ball. Sharp angles, but now he is pouring on the power with that right hand, pushing on that club, and he is hammering a nail into the back of that ball, and eventually his trail arm passes his left. So my two thoughts on JJ Spaun: fantastic victory, tremendous drives on 17 and 18. How did he do it? He was hammering, and he was doing it on a relatively tilted plane. Golf is a tilted circle. JJ plays on a tilted circle, and he has a US Open trophy that no one will ever be able to take away from him. Give it a try. You never know. It might just help you play better.